Okay, so let me just say this, and I'll reiterate this. When we had that conversation the other week about non-binary and them and they, first and foremost, I believe that non-binary people exist. I'm not questioning that it's a thing, right? I believe bisexuality exists. What I'm saying is, to make it easier for me, I'm just gonna call you by your name. I'm not using them or they. And if you can't accept me calling you Samantha, if that's your name, or Mark, if that's your name, then I just won't speak to you at all. Now, I believe that your identity exists. What I'm saying is, I'm not doing the them and them or they thing.
But it's not difficult to do, Craig.
It's complicated.
It's not.
It is. And for me, it's easier to just say your name. And that's where I am with it. And what I am is not a follower. And so just because the community thinks that I should say them and they, that's your business. There are a lot of things that I think many of you all should be doing that you're not doing. And what I want to say most importantly is, we're not a monolith. We're all black people, but we have different experiences, so we're not going to agree on everything. Just because I fall up under that umbrella doesn't mean that I have to agree with everything that goes on underneath the umbrella. Case in point, there are things that we talk about with the trans experience that you don't necessarily agree with. I'm not going to go into that because I don't know if you want to talk about that.
I mean, you can. Let's do it.
Well, like, you don't think that trans women should be in sports with biological women, and I agree. And that is not transphobic. We just don't agree, and that's okay. What happens is, within the queer community, some of you, not all of you, some of you think that you're going to just make us fall in line with everything that you believe and think. And that's not going to happen. Not with me. Now, for the person who put that comment up here who said, because I'm not HIV positive, that I shouldn't speak on it, then we shouldn't be talking about anything here on Fag Talk. Because the truth is, if we can't talk about the AIDS or anything else, then we shouldn't say fag either, because there's or dyke, because there's somebody here who's offended by that. So at some point, we're now muzzled again.
I was going to ask a question. So do you guys feel that you guys are war?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
He said you guys.
I'm sorry.
I don't mean like you got. That's not what I.
Well, there's another example. There's another example.
I'm sorry.
So if somebody says
it's
you
like
guys,
it's like how you.
You say she?
Yeah.
Well, you can say she.
I don't say she.
You can say you girls.
I don't say you girls though.
Well, why not?
well, no, you can't say you girls because I'm not a girl.
Oh, you a girl.
No,
Don't you get it twisted.
No.
You're definitely world. You're one of the world.
I'm not so.
I don't care how masculine you are. You're definitely one of the world.
I'm not so sensitive that I'm like, girl, don't call me girl. No, this is fag talk. This is fag talk.
If that's the case, that means you should be.
Well, listen, you know
you
what?
can't call me she then.
Well, you know when things go down, honey. I say, bitch, Miss Tim, Miss Timothy, Mr. Madison. It's not, bitch, Miss Tim. Bitch, I'm on, because you're not offending me.
And that's what I'm saying. But see, my thing is, if like with my relationship with you, now I don't use the word training. I just don't. Just like I don't call women bitch. I just don't. Now, I might call a fag a bitch, but I don't call women a bitch. And I don't call trans women trannies. I don't use those words. But my point is, we have a different relationship. So there are times that I'm talking to you about something, like if I might say transmission fluid.
Yes, because I gave you that.
Right, and I got that from
And
her.
I'd like to tell you why I gave you that. Because context matters.
Okay, but what happens if the trans community get offended because I say transition fluid to you? So what, I can't talk?
But here's the thing, the context matter, because I remember I was saying, girl, you better come over and get you some of this transmission fluid all over that. Because I was being sexually suggested to you in a joking manner. I was like, girl, I'll give you some of this transmission fluid, honey.